Welcome to the Ages of Rock podcast with your hosts Bill Algie, Dennis Talbot, and Alan Tate. We are three guys who have one thing in common, a love of rock and roll. Our goal is to talk about all things rock. We hope you find this show intriguing, funny, and occasionally highly opinionated. Enjoy!
All right, welcome to the Age of Rock podcast. Wait, there's four of us. How did that happen? Oh,
I'm the new guy.
That's the new guy. All right, this is episode number 234 with our very special guest, the one, the only, Ryan Cook.
Woo. Ryan Spencer Cook. There you go.
Ryan Spencer
Cheers,
Cook.
everybody.
Yeah, cheers.
I like the one and only part. I mean, who needs two of me, right?
That's what I was getting at.
I posted it 3 or 4 years ago on my Facebook page that when they say you're one in a million, the way the population breaks down, there are about 7,300 of you. So
I think there are.
Well, what if you're 1,000,000 to 1?
Well, then there's 7,000 little bitty miniature views. I don't know.
All right.
I think Bill was
love
trying to
it.
make a kiss joke right there, and I just ran
was-
right over it.
I was. You destroyed it. Not that
I
I was
want to
surprised.
fly right by.
A
I want to
destroyer.
fly right by.
No, two. There's two.
There's two.
Damn
Well,
it, man.
we've got a couple more because I have 2 pieces of Kiss trivia for today.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
On
right
this
on.
day in 1982, Kiss released the single "I Love It Loud," which I know Ryan has played on stage with Gene Simmons because I saw him do it
Yep.
twice.
Right.
The other piece of Kiss trivia is Ace Frehley's "Trouble Walking" album came out on this day in 1989, and I don't know if Ryan has played any of those songs off of that album with Ace or not because I really don't remember much of that night.
You would have to tell me if I did. Both great records, but I will
Thanks.
tell you this: I never purchased any Ace records after '78 solo, so
Oh.
I'm really unfamiliar with that catalog.
Well, I forgive you for not getting Second Sighting or Trouble Walking, but the first Frehley's Comet album really is a fantastic album.
yeah, great record.
I've
And
heard.
it's got a great Russ Ballard cover on it.
Yeah, and this
Into the
Origins
Night is a
record, it's
cover.
got that Origins record that just came out. It's got some okay players on it too.
Oh, yeah.
It's a pretty good record. Last song is really good. The rest of it's just kind of shitty. I don't know.
That's right. Yeah, right. That's fun, man. No, I never got any of the Ace stuff after '78 solo, but that doesn't mean I wasn't aware of it. You know what? I don't know why I didn't get it. I just saw, I remember really loving "Do Ya." I saw the singles that you guys saw on MTV. That's what I was aware of, and I do remember a cool song called "Something Moved."
Yeah,
I know Ace did not sing that one, but am I
Todd
right?
Todd Howarth, and he's been on here actually twice, 3 times now.
yeah.
He's
couple times.
I texted with him
Okay.
quite a bit. He's my favorite of the Ace Frehley band of that decade. Not the
He's
new
trying to
Ace.
say Frehley's Comet.
Yeah, Frehley's
Got
Comet.
it.
You know, and the
Yeah.
thing was, Ace's second album was a Todd Howard album. So there you go.
Okay. I just remember really liking his voice on that song. It was a good song. I remember really liking his voice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good stuff.
So what are you
Good
up to,
stuff.
man? You were in LA not long ago. You've
Yeah.
been spending
Like
some
this
time out
week.
there.
I have been. I can tell you just a little bit. I can't tell too much because we're
Oh.
on a NDA.
Top secret.
But it's something that's been going on for a while that I got approached with a while back, which has required some trips to LA. And it was supposed to happen quite a while ago, you guys. But like you know, with COVID and everything, the trip got delayed 3 times. And then I finally went out there about a month ago, and we had a meeting with all the parties involved. And then we went out this previous weekend. We left Wednesday night, tracked Thursday, Friday, and then I just did some running around on Saturday because I wasn't going to be out there in my old stomping grounds and not go run around.
Right.
And then I came back Sunday. So we did some tracking, but it was really fun, man. We were working with a corporation called KQM, the Change Foundation, and Rachel Bowen from Skid Row. Rachel Bowen and I wrote this song with a DJ, a hip hop DJ named Clientele, and it's a rock song and it takes a left turn, and you'll be hearing it. But it's been a lot of fun out there working. John 5 lived down the street from the studio, so I called John, and we got John to come play on the track with us and record with us and everything in Northridge, California, which is not too far from LA, about 40 minutes outside of it. And you saw me posting just little things about it as much as I can.
Right.
But you'll hear more about it coming up, and it's just got some great people involved, and it's definitely the combining of two different musical worlds, and I'm just happy I got asked to be in it. So it's pretty cool. So that's all I got for you on that.
I think
there is some hard rock involved.
I think the picture with you and Rachel and John holding that cat was a great picture. I love that picture.
John has 4 of those cats.
Wow.
Those hairless cats. And did you notice that it looked like
Does he always go like, does he sit here and go, I have $1 million.
we said that joke more than once. He acted like he's heard it before.
I guarantee it.
Without question.
No, it was great. But I will tell you guys, I'm sure you're aware of this because we all love Kiss so much. After we tracked, he invited us to his pad the next day, and we went through his Kiss museum. It's I know everybody around thinks, oh, my Kiss museum is the best, or my Kiss collection is the best. It's going to be hard to rival what John 5 has in his home.
Wow.
Stunning. And it's only 73 to 83.
Wow.
Nothing else.
Very interesting.
Don't fuck around with any of that other old later Kiss shit. It's only 83. It's where he cuts it off.
Well, that's kind of cool, though. I mean, that's just,
What?
I mean,
Why does he do it at 83? Just because that's
when the makeup came off.
Yeah. So that was it, huh?
He's an original makeup guy. I mean, he said his, claim, and that's it. Yeah. And that's fine. If that's your claim to fame or claim to what you want to be, that's
you're
it.
just making that up now. Claim to something.
Well, here's my useless bit of John 5 trivia. When Marilyn Manson and Rob Zombie were here in Evansville last year, I was walking down the street, and John 5 just was walking down the street. And I stopped talking to him for a minute and went on our way. Kind of cool, random. Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Of course, like we found out through this podcast, most of those guys are normal dudes. They're actually very normal dudes. I mean, I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to see that.
First and foremost, incredibly nice, super good dude. He came and played with us when Ace played in California. Not the last time, but the time before. He and Nikki came together. He's just an incredibly nice guy, incredibly talented guy. And just God, you guys, fan is such an understatement with him and Kiss. I mean, it's his favorite thing. He took his 3-car garage and converted it into this 70s Kiss museum. The furniture's from the 70s.
Wow.
There's stuff in there that I have never seen before that I never knew existed. And, he has a tour. And his tour is very specific. When you walk in, he has you go to a certain direction, starts talking and explaining. And I was like, hey, he's like, we'll get there.
Don't buck the tour.
Follow the arrows. Don't get off the road.
6 feet.
If you try to go off the tour, do these little Oompa Loompas come out and try to throw you?
I was afraid to get off the tour.
At any point did you get on this machine with the bubbles and shit flying around and go through a tunnel? That's what I want to know.
I know.
None of that.
I know. It is like I said, just for me to tell you that it's amazing. That's where I can leave it. For me to try to explain it will only cheapen it. And it's just, I mean, it right. And I've been to Gene's house, to Gene's office.
Sure.
It rivals. See, Gene, I'll tell you this, and Gene will admit this. John's place is about OCD and order and everything being in its place. Gene's office is not. Gene has just open boxes of stuff everywhere, and I'm not sure if Gene even knows everything that's in his office anymore. There's so much stuff. And obviously he has more stuff than John because, he has everything from every era is the where John has that decade. But I hope you guys get to see it sometime because it's just amazing.
That'd be great.
Cool. Is he going to open it to the public?
No.
We got to go to California and
Next
say,
time
hey,
I'm in LA.
I'm hoping he'll release it.
We're friends with Ryan. Ryan said to call you.
We'll name drop. We'll name drop.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. If we say, I'm friends, we know Ryan Cook, and he's going to go, yeah, I don't know that guy.
No,
we'll never
cool.
see it. But anyway, you did.
Yeah, but getting to go out there and work and record and then see John, it was a really good trip. And I was just happy to, just be traveling somewhere with my guitar again. It was great. It was great. Because, as much as I love Nashville and as much as I love being at home, just like, if you're in a bar band right now or you're in the Rolling Stones, everybody's pretty much on the same level playing field right now because nobody can do anything.
No, I don't know.
Is that the first time you've been out of Nashville to play somewhere? I mean, even since this whole thing started?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long time.
Like I said, I left a month ago to go meet this organization, Bolin, and I flew out together to go meet them 4 or 5 weeks ago and get started. And then there was no playing or recording involved. This was just a sit down with all the parties and to get everything lined up. And then flying out this past weekend was the first time I'd taken my guitar out anywhere. This is only the second flight that I've been on since March.
Wow.
Philip and I were in Mexico the end of February, early March when that tornado tore through Nashville. And the day that we got home was the day COVID just started kicking in around the world, and we never left again. So it's been a while.
Yeah, I flew to Napa in February, the second week of February, and it was just starting to hit in that area. We were in we spent 3 days in San Francisco and then went to Napa and then flew out. And as soon as we got back, that's when it just went poop and we're locking down shit. I mean, it was a crazy thing because, we were going to take the trip a little bit later and we thought, let's go in February. And glad we did because, you know, and then we were going to go back out this last week. And then, of course, the fires are going on. So, they've had disease and fire. So it's been it's been crazy.
Yeah, I went to
what's next? I know.
I went to a club show here.
Flaming
over in Bloomington, Indiana. That was the last show that they had before it closed right after that. Actually, we were told at the end of that show it would be the last show in that venue until this COVID thing was over. So it was it was weird.
Right.
And it was weird because it was 150 people. I mean, it was a bar that holds, I don't know, and it was 125 people actually. And it was weird. It's like this is strange.
Well, see, I bought season tickets now to the Evansville Philharmonic, where we've been going to that. They've actually had 2 shows. They're one of the few Philharmonic orchestras that are actually doing shows, but they have the COVID thing. We wear a mask the whole time. They got to spread out between the theater, and they're doing extra shows just to be able to get everybody in. It's a weird circumstance, but yet, God damn it, we're going out and seeing live music, and it's really, really good. I mean, they're working their asses off, and now our town mayor is cutting back again, and they're going to cut back on some stuff, but they have to show that they can do social distancing, which they have. They went through the ringer as far as getting this to happen. So we're still having some things here, but yeah, it's just
good.
Tough. It's just tough.
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, we were in Nashville not long ago, and it was weird being there, and bars closing at 9:00, and it was downtown. It was bizarre, and I've never been downtown on a Saturday where at 5:00 there's a line to get in a bar. Typically at 5:00 you can get in a bar because by 8:00 you can get in it. I mean, it starts getting pretty full, but 5:00 there's an hour wait to get in a bar. It's like that's weird. It was bizarre. A lot of weird stuff going on.
Yeah.
So you've been writing anything? You've been using their time to write some new stuff?
Yeah, a lot. So like I said, Rachel and I have been writing. And then you guys know Paul Taylor from Winger, Alice Cooper.
Yes.
So he's another friend of mine and lives the other direction. not too far from here, less than 10 minutes. And he and I got together about a month ago. And he's like, look, man, he goes, we don't have a reason not to. Let's write 10 songs. And I was like, okay. So we've completed 2. And probably tomorrow, I'm just going to start posting them. So tomorrow you guys will have the first, probably via social media, the first tune that we wrote is called Called Out. And the deal that we made with each other is it's got to be fun, and it's got to be fun, good time, arena rock.
Right.
No politics, no race, no bullshit.
Love it.
No, it's got to be fun.
Love it.
Okay, now for the folks who are listening to this or watching this, it came out yesterday because this is going to post on Thursday.
Got it. Okay.
And the thing is, we want that. We want that. We need that.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
I think we do. And the thing is, Paul's like, man, that's what we're good at. And, not every song you write is good. But it's in our wheelhouse that's what we know best. So we've got 2 done. And we're just going to release them chronologically as they come out. We'll just post them. It's not, who knows what we're going to do with it? I don't know. We get a lot of film and TV placements. We decided if we get, like right now, the first 2 we wrote back to back, they're so fun and so good. And they just segue really, it sounds like the track, back-to-back tracks on an album. And we're real excited about them. And like I said, the plan was to have no plan and go with it and put it out there. And we both have enough people following us that know what we do, that we hope that they like it. And if we decided if we get 4 that are really awesome, 4 back-to-back tracks, maybe we'll do something with it. Maybe we'll put out a record. Who knows what we'll do. And maybe it'll just be film and TV. And we just try to get film and TV placements. So we get stuff placed in movies and TV shows and that kind of stuff. And Paul's really, really good at that and had a lot of success. So that's what we're doing right now. So we're down 2 out of 10. So we got 8 to go. We've already started number 3.
So who's playing with you guys? You're 2
That's
as far as
me and Paul. Everything you hear is going to be me and
everything
Paul.
you're doing everything. That's awesome. I love that. I love that. That's just fucking awesome. You know what?
Yeah.
If anything, COVID has made everybody more innovative and digging deep and trying new things. You know what? It may save rock and roll. Not that rock and roll needs to be saved, because rock and roll, there's great rock and roll out there. We just can't find it. And we've said that a million times,
Right. Are you guys seeing the cat running around?
I see the cat.
Chris come running through there.
We saw that.
I have 2 new kittens, and it's
I
like
have a cat too, but in this
it's like
room.
I have 2 kittens, and it's like clowns out of a Volkswagen 24/7. They're just so if you see me get attacked, that's what it is. But anyway, Paul and I are really excited about that, and we joked that about writing and stuff. Honestly, man, all this downtime, and we're all trying to stay really, really busy.
Right.
In other ways. And it's given us the opportunity also to get together to do stuff that we didn't have time to do all the time that we talked about because we were always on the road.
Right. So
and
where were
neighbors,
these songs that got out with Paul, where are they going to be on your website?
Yeah.
On Paul's website? Okay.
Yeah, man. All I'm going to do, seriously, it's going to be so
we'll link them. Yeah.
Ground level. It'll be on my Facebook page and my Instagram. That's it.
And we'll share them on ours too. So that'd be great.
If people want to share it, we'd love it.
Love to.
And Paul and I just made the deal. He's like, okay, dude, you post it, and whenever you post it, I'll share it.
That's cool.
And that's where we're gonna roll with it. So, we started number 3. We're definitely not gonna have 10 done by the end of the year, just because, fortunately, those guys, Jeremy and Philip, right?
Love those guys. Those guys.
Yeah. Who are those guys again?
They're like some kind of rinky-dink kind of thing going on.
Yeah. We start our Talisman Tour dates on October 23rd.
Awesome.
Yeah. I got to get me a Talisman shirt. I got this old residency shirt. I got to get a Talisman.
I need a Talisman shirt. I needed one. Where did I find those?
Okay.
Where do I find that?
We know, guys.
Okay.
Well, there's like 2 left. we do like select runs, seriously, of them. And then once the run is gone, they're gone.
You got to make them for fat guys, though. Big fat guys.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Oh, come on, man.
2X. We need some 2X. I'm 6'3".
We go as big as 3X.
Oh, we're good.
We've gone as big as 3X.
Yeah, 2X. That's what I need.
They sell out immediately.
I know.
But so we're going to be leaving on the 23rd. Atlanta's our first show. And it's Philip and Jeremy and myself doing acoustic. And we're calling it an evening with the Talismen, because we were getting asked to be booked everywhere without Gene and without Ace. And the thing is, for obvious reasons, we kind of got a nice large profile within the KISS community because of those guys, obviously, which is awesome. And people started wanting to hire us alone to do stuff. So just as a joke, I was like, well, what are we going to call ourselves? We can't call ourselves the Ace Frehley Band or the Gene Simmons Band without those guys there. And I go, how about the Talismen? Like from the Kiss Meets the Phantom. Remember the little figures? And Philip's like, yeah. And Philip's like, I got it. How about the Talismen, MEN? So we started getting hired around locally in some of these affluent neighborhoods around here by some doctors and attorneys and stuff who would have private parties at their house that loved KISS, and they'd ask us to come play acoustic for an hour. And we ended up having so much fun doing it. We're like, why don't we take this on the road to really small venues that can adhere to all the COVID-19 stuff that's going on. And all of a sudden we got a handful of dates and we're booked up to December 20th now.
That is awesome.
So, yeah.
That's cool.
Wow. So is it just where you go? I've seen a couple of dates like Oklahoma maybe and some dates like that. Are they all in that Midwest, or is this kind of all over the place?
It's getting to be all over the place. So right now it's starting next week in Atlanta, Georgia. It goes Atlanta to Raleigh, North Carolina, and we're only doing weekends. Then we come back and we're doing Kansas City and Ardmore, Oklahoma. Then we come back. We're doing Richmond, Indiana. We're doing Decatur, Alabama. We got a couple nights in Sarasota, Florida, and it's slowly filling up. We have a couple weekends that are still open, but it'll probably end up being like a dozen dates.
So Richmond, Indiana, where is that? Is that like Ohio, Indiana border?
Yeah, it's on the border. Yeah, it's close to Dayton.
But I can come to your house. I mean, I can stay at your house that night, Bill. Right?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
and here's the deal.
Yeah, we're gonna be there.
Oh, I hope you are.
We will.
I hope you are. And I've been posting the dates. They're not all up yet, but we're posting them just a little at a time. But things are going to fill in. And, like, for example, that Richmond date, I know that's like December 4th, I think. So we're going to try to, and that's a Friday. So since it's a sole singular date right now, we're going to try to fill in that Thursday or Saturday right on the other side of it. So these dates are going to keep coming in. So there'll be more. And I'll keep posting them, and so will Jer, and so will Phil. And it's fun, though, because we're just kind of presenting it as an evening of stories and music. And we're doing Ace. We're doing all the stuff we did with Gene and Ace, plus the stuff that inspired KISS, like Humble Pie.
That's cool.
And The Who. And then since I was in Hair of the Dog, we're going to do some Hair of the Dog stuff. And since, Jeremy's in the Shazam, we're doing Shazam. And since they both played with John Corabi, we're going to play some Motley 94 stuff. We're going to do everything that was, associated with what we do.
That's cool.
And because people always ask about KISS and Gene and Ace and stuff. So it's going to be kind of a storyteller's Q&A music kind of night. It's going to be a lot of fun.
How big is it? I just put it in my Google Calendar. So
it's going to be like basically a history of you guys. Because the thing is, you have played with Gene. You have played with Ace. Some of you play with John Corabi. You guys have done Hair of the Dog. You've done like I say, you've done all this stuff. So why not do like a whole conglomerate of that? That's great.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's 2 acoustic guitars and 1 acoustic bass. And it's like I said, it's just the 3 of us. And the 3 of us have a blast anywhere. And we decided, we're like, man, if we get something that's really upper East Coast or far West Coast, we'll fly.
Right.
But we just decided on this stuff that I just told you about, we're definitely flying to Florida because we don't want to drive down there. But
right.
On the ones we're driving, we said, let's just rent an Escalade.
There you go.
Or something like that. Some big SUV for the three of us, and we're just
You're
going
gonna have some fun. You're gonna have fun. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Eat road food and all that bullshit.
So I love Love's beef jerky.
Actually, I had one of those things come up on my memories on Facebook here about, it was like 5 years ago. I said, it's a rock and roll, thing. I got some like these corn dogs and shit from a gas station and some coffee.
Oh, no.
That was our supper.
I think that's when we came back from one of those Indianapolis events.
No. I was coming back from a gig from Jasper, and I stopped.
That's right. I remember that.
I stopped. I got these like Torinos or whatever the hell they are. I don't even know what they put. Like,
oh my God,
some kind of meat.
What are you eating that crap for, dude? You're too old for that.
I'm fucking starving. I had to eat something, and I got an hour drive, so I'm drinking coffee and eating this crap on a stick.
Yeah, sometimes you see those things on the rollers.
Yeah.
No,
don't
can't do it, man. I can't do it.
Can I tell?
So the venues that you're playing in, are they? How big are they? Are they bars?
They're clubs.
They're clubs?
They're clubs. Some of them are bars. Some of them, like the place in Decatur, in Alabama's a little theater. We're playing a place called Knucklehead Saloon in Kansas City. Another restaurant venue that's really cool in Ardmore, Oklahoma, called Two Frogs. The Firehouse, Barbecue and Blues in Richmond. I think we're playing a hotel ballroom on the two shows in Sarasota. I'm not positive. Man, it varies, but it's all small. We wanted us, and the thing is, some of the promoters that we talked to wanted us to do it and everything, but a couple of them, we're going to slide into 21 just because some cities aren't ready for it yet. Mm-hmm. And that's the main thing that we had to just tell everybody. Either they're not open at all, or the stuff they've done so far hasn't done well. So we had to do a lot of homework, and we have an agent who's working with us that booked it, that made sure the places, like one of the places in Atlanta is this really nice upscale restaurant where they put up this whole outdoor tented area and put everybody out there. So, it's just people are trying to make things work. Like I said, they're all adhering to social distancing and that kind of stuff with only a certain capacity. Tables can only be so close together, that kind of stuff. So it's definitely a storyteller's vibe kind of night to where, we will be mic'd up and that kind of stuff, so it's no problem here what we're doing. But it's definitely so opposite of what we've done as far as like a full rock show with huge production and all that kind of stuff. It's definitely an acoustic evening with, cool. And that kind of lends itself well to the whole, Q&A thing and that kind of stuff.
Sure. Can I bring up something real quick? And like I said, we can get back into whatever. You posted a thing about Eddie Van Halen the other day. Your story.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna tell this story because this is something that happened to me.
Okay.
I read that story earlier in the day, and I was just taken back from it. And the thing is that I've heard X stories. I've heard all the Guitar Center stories of when Eddie's been the Guitar Center, and every time I hear one of these, I get a little verklempt. I get a little tear, but I don't really it's one of those things where I'm just kind of doing this, I still haven't done my thing. So the other night we were sitting, it was actually last night. I'm sitting there with my wife and we're eating dinner, and we both in the living room, we're watching TV, and I said, you need to read this. And she says, I don't have my glasses. I said, well, let me read it to you. And dude, it took me, I got like about halfway through and just stopped. And she's like, why are you stopping? I'm like going, can't go.
Yeah.
And then I stopped for a second and I went, okay, I can go on. And I went again. And it just, thank you.
I know. Let me tell you, I appreciate you reading it. Man, it's hard because, and I can't even, and I feel bad and I feel disrespectful saying, that his death has affected me a lot, and it's hard because I'm not his kid, and I'm not his brother, and I'm not his ex-wife, and I'm not a direct, I'm not David Lee Roth or Mike Anthony or anybody. And, I'm not asking for condolences. I'm not asking for, I just wanted to share like a really touching story about a guy that did a really nice thing. But I understand, man. It's like getting you guys, when he died Tuesday,
right.
It was coincidental that I was going to Los Angeles on Wednesday morning.
Wow.
And when I landed at LAX Wednesday morning in Southern California, it was ground zero. I got my rental car, and the local rock station 95.5 KLOS immediately had already kicked into full-on Van Halen tribute mode. It was Van Halen 24/7.
Wow.
Bootlegs, interviews. When I got in the car, I hit drive and took off, and they just started interviewing Gene Simmons at home about Eddie. And, everybody lives out there. Every rock star, every actor, everything. So the whole day was nothing but a tribute to Ed. It was his music, everybody, stories, calling in with stories about him. They were calling all these different people who toured with him and stuff. And then every restaurant or anything I stopped at, all the wait staffs were wearing Van Halen shirts. Wow. And since you're sitting outside because of COVID, every car that drove by was playing Van Halen. And
wow.
every billboard that was on 101 or 405 or Ventura Boulevard, those digital ones, they were all Eddie. And the Rainbow had already put up there were already flags and stuff outside of people paying tribute to Ed. I was hated that he died and still do, but I was so happy that I was in that city the day, because, they're from Holland, he and Al.
Right.
But they're Southern California. And when I was a kid in Topeka, Kansas in 1978 in fourth grade, when I got that cassette, Van Halen to me was the soundtrack. That's what California, it wasn't the Beach Boys to me. Everybody said that, and there's nothing again, the Beach Boys are great. But the Beach Boys were not my soundtrack to California. Van Halen was.
Right.
And that's what I always thought about, that they were one and the same. And just being there and going through all that. And, I was really, and I wrote that whole story that's on my page. When I sat down on the plane on Sunday to come home, I got on my phone and just started typing it, because I actually drove by my old house that he came into and hung out and everything. And it just kind of came back to me. I hadn't thought about it in so long. And I was just so happy that God, you see all the people that reacted to that story? Even Van Halen News Desk hit me up last night when I was in bed, asking me if they could share the story.
Right.
And it's pretty touching. I'm glad you liked it. Thanks for reading it.
Dude, I really did. And like I said, it was one of those things where, of course, when, you always have this people, when I remember as a kid when Elvis died, people were like crying and shit. And I'm like going, it was, I remember that. We were coming back from a camping trip from actually Kentucky Lake. It was a pissing flood. We were coming back and we heard Elvis died. I'm like going, okay, well, Elvis died.
Yeah.
And even with the Beatles, I wasn't, when John Lennon got shot, I really wasn't, it didn't affect me like that. And the thing was that with Eddie, I didn't take my time to do my thing, I think. And I just kind of put it off. Yeah. And when I read that, it was like one, boop, guess what?
Yeah. Well, it's okay to feel that way. I mean, I'm glad you enjoyed it. And, like I said, it came from a place of joy where I wrote it. But, man, I'm not, like I said, who am I to feel so bad about it? But, we all loved him, and he definitely, anybody that's in a band and you guys doing your show like this, he definitely had a major, major part in shaping us and influence our association with music.
Well, and he's a person that's not, he was 65, so I'm 55. Yeah. So he's 10 years older than me, but still, that's a person of our generation, and he's passing away. And it really starts bringing that shit into us going, you know what, we're not going to live forever. Our time's coming too. It's that kind of brings that in too, I think, a lot of it. Maybe that's a lot of it. So,
well, like I said, it's been a trip. I loved it. and get this. This was a really, and a lot of my friends that you guys know that are in other bands and stuff have been reaching out to me and vice versa and everything. And I got a really cool thing from somebody. There's a video, you may have seen it, of a church, a really huge church in Holland where he and Al are from. And the bell tower played on the bells 3 Van Halen songs from this church through the whole city.
Cool. That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It's just amazing.
That's cool.
But being in Southern California on that day, man, it was pretty cool. And I wish that Phil and Jared could have been there and seen it. Like I said, it was coincidental because I was going there anyway. I mean, it's not like I planned to go there because I knew something was going down. It wasn't like that at all. It's just, I don't dare call it. It was just coincidence, and that's what it was. But yeah, man, we're sure gonna miss him. It's crazy. And, and then we go back to again it was funny hearing Gene on the radio. The first interview I hear when I get in the car, they're calling Gene at home. We got Gene's, and we all know the story about Gene with Van Halen and all that stuff. It was pretty I had to laugh,
Yep.
I discovered Van Halen,
Oh, I know.
And he's been on it. And actually Gene's been on a bunch of stuff. I mean, he's been on tons of things. These kind of things, and I think we talk about on the show too, and I know you feel the way too. It's just music brings so much emotion, and the time that different songs and different periods of your life and different stories that you have and stuff like that. It really does mean something. And I'm a Van Halen fan. I'm not a huge Van Halen fan, but I'm a big Van Halen fan, and I totally respect Eddie and what he did. Great stuff.
Sure.
Sure. And I had read your thing and very, very touching and excellent. An excellent story about him for sure for everybody.
Thank you.
But I saw a picture. What really got me, it was funny, was I saw a picture of the 1984 record, and somebody on the baby on that picture had drawn tears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lost it. I was like,
okay. I know.
That's it for me.
It took different things.
It's all going to hit us at different times.
Yeah.
With different things, Thing
was, I heard so many times about Eddie passing, and I get a little verklempt, but when I had to read your post, it finally set in. I was like, boom. It's like, damn.
Yeah, it's that one's going to hurt for a while.
Yeah.
It's gonna.
It will hurt for a while. So,
but it's pretty cool. Also, on like on Sirius XM, they have a whole Van Halen channel now, which
cool.
They were going to do anyway. I'm sure at some point. I mean, they got everybody else, but still, it's just cool that they just pulled the trigger and did it.
Right.
And that's awesome. And yeah, man, it's just we could sit here and talk all night about how great it all is. It sucks.
It does.
It does suck. It does suck. But anyway, we got some great new tunes coming from you, though. That's what I want to hear.
That's some good stuff coming.
I can't wait. Like I said,
there
there's 2 right now, so we'll probably do one this week. I'll probably release one this week, and then wait another week and put up the other one. Paul and I had to flip a coin over which one we were going to put up first.
That's awesome. You win.
You win. Just get this. Usually, when you're in a band, there's always got to be a fucking vote. I want this. I want that. I want this. And trust me, this is a laughable thing between he and I. And I go, okay, man, let's put one up. He's like, okay, let's do Good Love. I go, let's do Called Out. And we were like, oh God, this. So I go, let's do them chronologically. So there you go. So it'll be out. I hope you guys like it. It really is, you guys. It's fun. Like I said, the main thing is I think, because I always follow you guys and everything and know what your stuff is about, and you guys have seen mine. Paul completely just ditched Facebook altogether. He's gone. He checked out.
He does
a little bit. He does a little bit on Instagram. I feel like I have to do it because I only post about what I'm doing. But if there's one thing, and you can't go find it because it's not there. There is never anything. I don't engage with anything shitty.
Right.
There's no, if somebody's negative, and if I see a negative post, delete it. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, I don't get many. But there's nothing about politics on my page. There's nothing about COVID on my page. There's nothing about anything negative. I want when you come to my page to be a place of just entertainment and that's it. And when we started writing the songs, he had it was just, even though he said it could have been unspoken, where he's like, man, let's just do something fun. He goes, I'm just tired of watching people fight and argue. And he's like, I don't want to write a song about let's save the world, or I don't want to write a song about whatever. Let's just I go, you want to write a song about hooking up and partying? He's like, yeah. I'm like, I got this.
I got a song about beer.
Yeah, I can do that.
We can do that.
And we'll make sure to post. We'll make sure to post the lyrics with each song too, so you can read them. But man, it's fun. It sounds good. It's just he and I. And like I said, he lives so close to me that, you know, it'll be like, hey, you want to run down and sing this part real quick, or hey, I just redid the drums. Come listen to this, or whatever. Because he's got a little home studio.
Right.
And it's been great. And then Rachel lives the other direction. So I'm just ping-ponging between those two guys all the time, and it's been great.
So you got the best of both worlds.
With friends like these.
Well, that, and it sounds like a recipe.
I got that, Bill.
The cure of the blues. I mean, you got the recipe to cure the blues. We want to hear it. We need to hear it. We need to.
Oh, I can't. Well, like I said, you're going to hear it real soon. You'll hear it real soon.
Awesome.
And hope you guys like it.
Oh,
and then
love it.
The one more thing I have, one of the thing I have coming out is the Hair of the Dog double album is going to be released in just a couple weeks.
On vinyl?
So that vinyl. Oh, dude, you guys.
I want it.
Back in June we released the compilation on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon. Oh wait, there's Snake calling. Hold on. No.
Hold on.
Okay. Anyway, it was on all the outlets, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, everywhere, right? And that was just, you know, you get it that way. And then we have also releasing a 180 gram double LP gatefold, awesome collage in the middle. The packaging's great. It sounds great. It's killer. And it's going to be great, man. It'll be out. We thought the fall. I thought it would be out about 4 weeks ago, but man, this whole COVID thing, just with the record plant and the pressing and all that, it's put the brakes on some stuff and slowed things down. But it'll be out this year.
So where do we, if we do want the vinyl, where do we need to go to find that?
It's going to be HOTD Forever with the number 4. Okay. HOTDforever.com. And again, since it's kind of the number 4 ever. And again, that's one of those things where I'll just get on social media and there's going to be a huge blast that tells the info, and it'll be advertised everywhere and you'll be able to see it. But like the artwork's already been done for the ad that's coming out and everything. And it looks really cool. Like I said, the album sleeve and jacket itself, I just can't believe
you've already got you've got 2 sales. Bill and I will both buy one. Alan won't. Alan don't buy vinyl.
I get it. And get this, you guys. This was like when Hair of the Dog came out. The only format that was available then was CD. There was no LP. There was no cassette. So something that's just I'm happy about this year. Within a 3-month period, all have appeared on my first 2 LPs. I'm on Ace's Origins 2, and the Hair of the Dog record. It's like here I was thinking I'd never be on vinyl, and 2 things are coming out this year, so it's cool.
Well, on a side note to all of this, Ryan, sometime soon I want to get with you because I do an internet radio show.
Love it.
And I would like to get you on the show, and we can play your track from the Origins album. We can play something from Hair of the Dog. What you're releasing tomorrow, we can play something on that. I would love to get together and do an indie artist show or an unsigned artist or whatever we'd like to call it. We haven't figured that out.
Thank you. Thank you. That'd be awesome. And it's exciting. You know, like I said, the one thing that I promised myself when this, because, you know, like I said, I got back from Mexico. Philip and I went just to drink beer and margaritas because there's nothing else going on. Because you remember our last show last year was December 16th in Detroit. And then we came home. And we were scheduled to leave on tour this year, like April 30th or May 1st. So we had January through April off. So we were just killing time, getting ready to go on tour again. And then all this shit happened. And we came home not knowing what was going to end. And here we are, the year's almost over. And the one thing that I promised myself was, man, I'm just going to stay busy. I'm going to stay busy. And, you know, I'm not going to let it get the best of me. And honestly, do I miss touring? Hell yes. I can't wait to go back. But I also feel like I'm pretty happy that I've stayed productive through all of it. And that's, you know, and healthy. Thank goodness. You know, how can I not? I don't see anybody. You know what I mean?
Exactly. We're glad I reached out to you last night and just said, hey, what are you doing tomorrow night?
Me too, man.
Glad to have you on, Ryan. Like I said, we miss you guys. We miss the Rockin' Pod. We could have seen you guys here a couple months ago. We could have been hanging out, drinking beers and having fun. And, you know, this year's just been this year's a dumpster fire. So
you said that the venue in Richmond, Indiana is Firehouse Barbecue.
Yeah, Firehouse Barbecue.
Yeah.
We'll see you on December 4th.
We will be there. Yes,
we will.
Good. And listen,
we'll be there.
Also keep your eyes peeled because as of right now, I do know, because I just was talking to Philip before I talked to you guys, that right now is a freestanding date, meaning there's nothing on either side of it. Really good chance that we're going to fill the Thursday and the Saturday after that, someplace close by, within
Saturday
a couple hours.
Saturday would be good.
We just got to find out where, and we've been talking with our agent that's booking it for us and everything. He's trying to figure out what city would make sense for us. You know, within 4 hours, that's easy.
Ooh, he could do Evansville on Thursday. They could do KC's.
Listen, if there's someplace that you know,
I'm serious.
Okay, well, you have my info when we get off. You know, whenever, just forward me whatever info you think, and I'll send it to our guy about booking for all the info and whatever.
It's on the way up. It's on the way up, and then you could work around. Yes, if you're gonna road trip it, yes, I can do it.
We are.
I got you covered.
That's what we're trying to fill in, just stuff like that, you know. And then I get to see you guys 2 nights in a row.
There you go. That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You can never get enough of Big Al.
That's right.
And that beard.
Just ask my wife. We were in quarantine for 2 weeks together, and she still couldn't get enough of me.
I love it. So remind me, is the last time I saw you, was it in Louisville?
It was probably Louisville at the Kiss show because you ran into Alan, right?
Oh, that's right. We ran into each other at the farewell show in Louisville. That's right.
No, last time I saw you, Ryan, was at the Rock and Roll Residency.
Okay.
The last show.
Okay.
The last show you guys did at that one dinner. That's the last time I saw you.
And then I saw you at this.
When was the last residency, man? I can't even remember.
Well, and I tell you what, we saw you playing with Ace, but we didn't get to meet you. Last time I saw you and we sit around and took a picture was at the Rock and Roll Residency, the last show that you did down there. Now we saw you at the Ace show, but we didn't. You said you guys were playing, and we didn't, bug you and everything.
And what city was that? Nashville.
At the Marathon show.
Music Works.
Yeah.
Right. And I saw you at the state fair.
Well, the next time.
And then
at the Indiana State Fair. Yeah.
That's right. Okay, got it. I just couldn't put it all together because I knew it was separately.
Yeah, it was weird.
Well, this time we know we can see you together. It'll be great.
Your memory's pretty good because I had forgotten about Louisville. You see a whole lot more people than I do, so I'm impressed.
It was Philip and Jeremy and myself, and we saw you right out front by Will Call because we were waiting on.
Look at that.
We were waiting on Keith to come get us.
He makes you feel bad, doesn't
yeah,
he?
he's we're inside. I'm inside, and he's texting me going, "Hey, guess who I just ran into?" I'm like, "God damn! I just walked."
I know. I remember him texting me about that. I do remember him texting me about that. That's when you saw Sam the
I
Serpent.
ran into some fat guy I don't know.
You were taking pictures with the serpent and all that night.
That's funny.
That's great.
Funny. That was funny. Anyway.
Oh well.
That's too much. Well, man, like I said, hit
He's
me
got
up
stuff to
about
do.
the other cities, and we're filling in the dates. And like I said, we can email or whatever or text when we get off this later tonight or tomorrow. But I'll let you know. And it's all about routing, man. If we can do something 4 hours on either side of any city. I mean, the cities are filling. We don't have that many weekends left, but we do have some holes. And I know for sure Richmond is by itself right now, so I need something on either side of that. So we're working on it.
I can get you in Evansville.
Okay.
It said, just let me get a chance. All right.
Let me
Unless
know.
they have some.
Cool.
Bloomington too. We could do Bloomington,
Or we
Indiana.
can do Bloomington. That'd be cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can do 3 shows.
I will be honest with you. You're probably better off you'll have a better chance of getting a gig in Bloomington than you will
Probably. Because
here in Evansville.
I know. Because he's an asshole and a dumbass. I didn't say that, but I
used
did.
to work for. I used to work for that guy.
Too, so now
Wow.
I don't care.
No,
Now
he's
we're not
a
not
rich,
getting a gig.
No, he's a rich dumbass. I'll tell you right now. He doesn't listen to our show, so fuck him.
Yeah, there you go. Hey man,
well, let's figure it out.
Yep.
All
Let's
right,
figure it
we
out
will.
because I will. If you give me the info and our guy doesn't have it yet, because that's the one thing with the guy we're working with. He's great,
Right.
but he knows a lot of the more really well traveled, and we just want, someone to play.
Right.
Cool.
So we'll figure it out.
All right.
All right, man. Hey, thank
right,
you,
guys.
Ryan. We really appreciate you coming on the show, man. It's been great. It's like
Thank
every
you
time.
guys,
It's awesome.
and
Hold on.
Before you
like I said last night, I was so happy to hear from you because, I had this window free. I've got one more tonight, and it's awesome. It's worked out perfectly.
Yeah. Well,
Awesome.
before you go, pimp your website. If you have it other than the Hair of the Dog site, pimp that as well. Pimp everything.
Well, so the new HOT Hair of the Dog HOTD Big Bones will be available on HOTD forever. That's HOTD Hair of the Dog HOTD forever.com. And then you can always find me at Ryan Spencer Cook on Facebook and Ryan Cook 1969 on Instagram. And pretty much everything I put up, Philip and Jeremy share, and vice versa. So you can always keep up with all of us as the Talisman, and we'll be on the road with Ace again next year. So there you go.
All right, Ryan.
The year's almost over, guys.
All right. Awesome.
Next year's got to be better.
Yeah, it has to be.
All right. Well,
see you guys though in a month or so. It's gonna be great.
That's right. All right, folks. Check us out on agesofrock.com. Will do. Check us out on agesofrock.com for our social media and our past episodes. And until next time, peace out. Thanks for listening to the Ages of Rock podcast. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and most importantly, tell all your friends. Remember, you're never too old to rock. Until the next episode, peace out, folks.